forms the basis by which scientists can name and class-refer to organisms. It is an integral part of taxonomy. In fact, modern taxonomy started in 1753 with the publication of first part of Systema by Linnaeus. According to Linnaeus, a species is specified by the combination of both its specific and generic names. Since it requires two names, it is referred to as the binomial system. This system is now firmly established in biology. In modern times, international commissions are responsible for naming each major group of organisms. There are several such commissions. These commissions authorize the usage of scientific name in biology. Naming the animal is monitored by International Court of Zoological Nomenclature. ICZ, an International Commission of Zoological Nomenclature. The rules are set out in the codes. The codes are modified by occasional science congress. Basic principles of nomenclature: providing stability in the naming and classification of organisms is emphasized. Any taxon must have only one correct name. Number two, if two or more names are already in use, the correct name will be the one that was published earlier. This system is referred to as the law of priority. 3. If two or more workers at one particular time describe the same organism using different names, it results in synonyms. However, only one name will be held as a valid name. The validity is provided through the senior synonyms law of priority when names referring to two separate taxa of the same nomenclatural level are spelled the same. The two names are called homonyms. This situation arises when two separate authors use the same name to refer to two different taxa. This condition is called homonym. In this situation, the junior name is invalid and a new replacement has to be proposed. Number 5. A material on which an original description is based gets special status. It will form the basis for any future identity of a taxon. This idea is called the type concept. Thus, the concept of genus and species are fixed by their type, genus, or type, species. Sex names that were used prior to those included by Linnaeus in the Systema Naturae 10th edition 1758 are not recognized. Scientific names must be either Latin or Latinized. The name should be mentioned in italics. The genus name should be a single word beginning with capital letter. The species name should be single or compound word beginning with a smaller letter. Identification keys. Identification of animal as an integral part of taxonomy. Identification could be made through literature, keys, pictures, comparison with the type of specimen. Of these, the most commonly used method is using of keys. A key is essentially a printed information or a computer software package. The construction of the key is an important job of a systematic. A good key is strictly dichotomous and not having more than two alternatives at any point. The language of the key is telegraphic. The key may be either bracketed or indented In a bracketed key, alternative trustive characters are used for identification. The number on the right side indicates the next alternative character for considerations. In an indented key, a series of choices are provided for identifying a taxon. The user should choose from among the choices. The following example provides the key for identification. Four species of frogs in Tamil Nadu, namely Rana hexadactyla, Rana tigrina, Rana cyano, lectus, and Rana lemnocoris. The bracketed key genus Rana, large size, snout went 200 millimeter, small size snout went less than 100 millimeter, pointed snout are lemnocoris, obtusely pointed snout Rana hexadactyla, Porto longer than other Rana tigrina, Porto not longer Rana cyano lectus. The indented key genus Rana, large size body, skin smooth, Rana hexadactyla, skin with fold, Rana tigrina, small size, blunt snout, Rana cyanoplectus, pointed R, round snout, Rana lemnocoris. Animal groups. Methods of grouping animals. There are several ways of grouping animals. In all these methods, the basic taxon remains without any change. However, the taxa are arranged in different groups. All these groupings are mostly provided for the convenience in identifying similar taxa. One of the earliest methods of grouping the animal could be dividing the animal kingdom into two assemblages called invertebrata and vertebrata. This scheme was provided by Aristotle. This scheme does not have place for prokaryotes. Animal can also be grouped a single-celled and multicellular. The single-celled organisms are the protozoans. The multicellular could be called metazoans. In this arrangement among the metazoans, the unique nature of sponges as not having a tissue grade of body construction is not mentioned. 3. And yet in other methods, the animal are grouped under following three assemblages: protozoa, single-celled animals; Parazoa, multicellular without tissue grade. For example, sponges. Eumetazoa, multicellular with tissue grade. Eumetazoa is large group of animals, including most of the multicellular animals. Hence, it is subdivided further into two groups: diploblastic animals having ectoderm and endoderm as two layers in the body wall. Coelenterata. Triploblastic animals having ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm as three layers in the body wall. You see, coelomate, coelomate, ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm, coelomic cavity. This is cavity. Triploblastic animals are further divided into three groups based on the presence or absence of an embryonic body cavity called coelom, acoelomata, no coelom, Platyhelminthes, pseudocoelomata with a false coelom, Nematoda, coelomata with a true coelom. Number 4. In a recent system, the entire living world is subdivided into 5 kingdoms. This system is much more broader, including algae, fungi, plants. It is known as the five kingdom concept. Five kingdom, five kingdoms. Kingdom one, kingdom two, three, four, five. Mondra, Protesta, fungi, Shantai, Animalia. Outline classification of animal kingdom. Animalia, Protozoa. Now kingdom Protesta, for example, amoeba, metazoa, Parazoa, Purepra sponges, Eumetazoa, Coelenterata, Hydra, Radiata, Triploblastic, Bilectra, Triploblastic, Acelometa, Platyhelminthes, Pseudocelometa, Escalmenthes, Eucelometa, Annelida, for example, earthworm, Arthropoda, cockroach, Mollusca, Phyla, Echinodermata, starfish, Chordata, rat, etc. Phylum Chordata, subphylum Hemichordata, Melanoglossus, subphylum Cephalochordata, Amphioxus, subphylum Urochordata, Sedian, subphylum Vertebrata, fish, class, Pisces, fish, amphibia, frog, rana, reptilia, garden lizard, avis, pigeon, columba, mammalia, rat, monotremata, prototheria, anthitter, marsupialia, marsupials, kangaroo, metatheria, placentalia, eutheria, elephant, tiger, primates, for example, man, order, kingdom Mondra. It includes all bacteria and the cyanobacteria. A circular DNA occurs in the cytoplasm. The cell wall is a rigid structure. Phylum Cyanobacteria, phylum Bacteria, kingdom Protista. Our Protista it includes single-celled eukaryotes. It has two subkingdoms, namely Protozoa and algae. Kingdom Fungi, Kingdom Plantae, green plants, Kingdom Animalia, multicellular eukaryotic animals. Major phyla. Phylum Protozoa. Main important topic. This phylum includes a great diversity of small microscopic organisms. These are single-celled eukaryotes. Their locomotion happens using pseudopodia, cilia, and flagella, and amoeba, volvox, paramecium, trypanosoma. These all are protozoans. The nutrition is either autotrophic or heterotrophic. They reproduce either asexually or bisexual method. For example, amoeba, paramecium, plasmodium, Porifera. These are multicellular aquatic organisms. They have cellular grade of construction without occurrence of tissues. The sponges belonging to this phylum are characterized by the presence of a canal system in their body. The body wall contains spicules. They can reproduce both bisexual and asexual method. For example, sponges. These are sponges. You know, Coelenterata or Nidaria. Gastrovascular cavity, ectoderm, mesoglea, body wall, coelenterate body, polyp, gastrovascular cavity. This one and this one. All coelenterates are aquatic animals. They are mostly marine. The body is radially symmetrical. The body wall is of two layers of cells. The outer layer is called ectoderm. The inner layer, endoderm, is separated from the ectoderm by a non-cellular mesoglia. The mesoglia is a jelly-like substance. Due to presence of two layers, in the body wall. These are said to be diploblastic animals. Many coelentrates exhibit polymorphism. In this phylum, organisms exist in two different body forms, namely polyp and medusa. The ectoderm contains stinging cells called nematocysts. These cells, when triggered, can explosively penetrate prey and inject poison. The layer in the body wall contains several cells and tissues such as muscle cells, epithelial tissue, gland cells, and sensory cells. At rest, in action, nematocysts. They reproduce both asexually and sexually. They are divided into three classes, namely hydrozoa, scyphozoa, Anthozoa. In hydrozoa, the animal has dominant polyp body form and a reduced medusa stage Hydra obelia, Aurelia, sea anemone, brain coral, coelentrates. In Scyphozoa, the medusa form and permanent. This group includes jellyfishes such as Aurelia that swim in the surface water. They have a bill-shaped medusa stage. The enthozoans mostly remain as polyps. Their body cavity is divided by large radial partitions called mesenteries, sea anemone, and corals. All animals of subsequent phyla show the following general characters. Number one, all of them have three layers in the body wall. They are named as outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm, and inner endoderm. Thus, they are called triploblastic animals. The body is bilaterally symmetrical. Phylum Platyhelminthes. This phylum includes platforms. These are acoelomates without body cavity called coelom. The alimentary canal is either absent or very simple. Excretion and some osmoregulation occur through phlegm cells. This is main and important point. These worms are mostly hermaphrodites. Male and female character are found. Having both male and female reproductive organs in a single individual, most of the members are parasites. It is divided into three classes, namely Turbellaria, Nematoda, and Cestoda. Flagella, Plamcell. Class Turbellaria. These are free-living aquatic platforms. The planaria of this class shows characteristics regeneration. Class Nematoda. These are flukes living as parasites inside a host endoparasites. A protective cuticle covers the outer surface of the body. Flukes have suckers for attachment to the host tissues. Examples are Cachula, hepatica, liver fluke, and blood fluke. Linearia, liver fluke, blood fluke, tapeworm. Class Cestoda. It includes all tapeworms. These are internal parasites with a complex life history. The life cycle involves two hosts. Their body characters are adaptations for parasite life. Mouth and alimentary canal are absent. Food is absorbed through general body surface. The head is called the scolex. It has a ring of hooks and suckers for attachment to the host tissue. The body consists of several segments called proglottis. Sheep and cattle tapeworms. Phylum Nematoda. Other phylum. These are the popular roundworms. The body is narrow and pointed at both the ends. There are no body segments. The body is covered by a thin cuticle. The body cavity is considered a pseudocoelom. The alimentary canal is a straight tube. They reproduce sexually and the sexes are separate. There are several free-living soil nematodes. Other are parasites, Ascaris lumbricide. Ascaris lumbricide. In subsequent phyla, the animals show following general characters. There is a coelom within the mesoderm, hence these are called as coelomates. The body consists of a series of compartments. The phenomenon is called metameric segmentation. They have a capillary system providing internal transport. Phylum Annelida. These are worms-like animals. The body segments are rings externally. Internally, the segments are separated by septa. Externally, the body is protected by cuticle. Excretion and osmoregulation are achieved by ciliated tubules called nephridia. There is a central nervous system. The brain is formed of ganglia in the head region. The narrow cord is ventral in position. For the first time, head formation or sepalization happens. These are bisexual and hermaphroditic. The larva is called the trochophore. Nephridium, trochophore larva, Annelida. This phylum includes three classes, namely Polychaeta, Oligochaeta, and Herodinia. The polychaetes are marine worms. They have a distinct head. There are pairs of lateral projections called paraphodia. The examples are Nereis, Arenocola. Earthworms are included in the class Oligochaeta. The class Hirudinea include leeches. These are bloodsuckers and ectoparasites. They have well-developed suckers for attachment at anterior and posterior ends. Phylum Arthropoda. These are the most successful group of animals. They outnumber all other animals in population strength. The body is segmented. It is covered by a hard exoskeleton made of chitin. During growth, the exoskeleton is shed, molting up ecdysis. The legs of or fat appendages are giant. Region has a pair of prominent compound eyes. Each compound eye is made of several photoreceptor subunits called Omatidia. They have an open circulatory system without vessels. The body cavity is filled with a fluid called hemolymph. Such body cavity is known as hemocoel. These are unisexual, exhibiting sexual dimorphism. The young forms produced are invariably called larvae. The larvae undergo metamorphosis and develop into adults. The plant comprises five classes. Class Onychophora. It includes small worms like Periphetus. Periphetus shows Annelidian and Arthropoda characters. Hence, this may be considered as a connecting link between two groups. Class Crustacea. The example for this class are prawns, crabs, and lobsters. The dorsal body surface is covered by a shield-like carapace. Centipede, millipede. Class Myriapoda. It includes centipedes, millipedes. These organisms have distinct head and simple eyes. Centipedes have a pair of poison claws. The body consists of numerous segments bearing pairs of legs. Apis lion, ground beetle, tiger beetle, ladybird beetle, antlion, praying mantis. Class Insecta. It comprises the common insects. The body is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen, and several insects. The adults have two pairs of wings on the thorax. Respiration happens through the tracheal system. Class Arachnida. It includes scorpions, spiders, ticks, and mites. The body is divided into cephalothorax and abdomen. There are four pairs of legs attached to the cephalothorax. Tick, house spider, common house spider, arachnid spider, phylum Mollusca, and other phylum. Phylum Mollusca. It is a very successful and diverse group of animals, considered to be the second largest group of animals with regard to species number. These are sub-bodied animals without segmentation. The body is divided into head, muscular foot, and visceral mass. The body is covered by a mantle and a shell. Respiration runs through gills, cnidia, and the mental cavity. The most common larva is a trochophore larva. There are seven classes of which three are more prominent. Class Pelecypoda bivalvia. These are aquatic mollusks having bivalves. They burrow in mud and sand. The body is laterally compressed. Mussels, clams, oysters. Class Gastropoda. These are either aquatic or terrestrial mollusks. They possess a spiral shell. As large and flat. The foot is large and flat. They have well-developed head with tentacles and eyes. Snails, slugs, limpets. Class Cephalophoda. These are mostly marine. They are adapted for swimming. The foot is modified into 8 to 10 long tentacles in the head region. The shell is either internal or absent. Octopus, Loligo, Sepia. Freshwater mussel, apple snail, chunk, Loligo, mollusk. Phylum Echinodermata, last phylum of invertebrates. These are marine organisms, while the adults are radially symmetrical. The larvae remain bilaterally symmetrical. The mouth is on the lower surface. They have water vascular system with 2 feet. Starfishes, petal star, sea urchins, and sea cucumbers. Starfish, sea urchin, echinoderms. We will discuss phylum Chordata in other lecture.